just about ready to go. And today on the hill, Blake Snell. What should we keep an eye on here?
Boogie brings a ton of confidence with him to the mound. He's looking for good at-bats and a few runs from his teammates, and he's hoping to take care of the rest to make sure they come away with a win. If he's on in this one, it's going to be a real uphill battle for everyone else.
And now to the plate, here's the Toronto DH, George Springer. And that one is in for a strike at 95. And the World Series is underway.
First pitch, 5 o'clock.
Stays alive.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Springer swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And there's one away.
Well, you see him trying to pull that inside pitch right there. That's not the kind of approach that you want to have. Even if you do get to it, it's going to be very difficult to keep it fair. You're just going to make it a long strike at best. You have to be able to stay within the baseball on the inside of that path to it. And that way, if you're a little quick, the ball gets hit hard somewhere and it's not foul.
Davis Schneider, the next to hit, takes outside.
It's always an exciting day at the ballpark when you have a pitcher as good as Blake Snell on the mound. I mean, this lineup is dealing with a 6'4" lefty that does a great job of missing bats and has a variety of pitches that can beat you.
One out, base is empty.
Snell is tall, he can throw heat, and he's the type of pitcher that loves to throw his best stuff as much as possible, which includes a nasty curveball.
The 1-2.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
On the ground, right side. Edman whips it to first. Quick start here this evening. 2 out, top of the first. Let's check out the lineup. Here's what they came up with for Game 1 of the World Series, Singy.
Yeah, they're hoping they piece together a winner. Historically speaking, the team that wins this opening game more often than not goes on to win the World Series. Today is a day to come storming out of the gates.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Vladdy hitting third in the lineup, and he was born in Canada. Off the mark there, and it's 1-0. That's down and in.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there in the mound.
The lefty fires.
Ball in.
Bo Bichette waiting for a turn at the plate. 2 out, space is empty. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball. One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Next offering is fouled back. In the dirt. Two outs. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Next pitch off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
And that one is inside.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score him.
Alejandro Kirk on deck for the Blue Jays. There's another strikeout for Snellzilla. Second of the game for him. One left for Toronto. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. You're watching the World Series on the show. And we're back. And towing the slab, Chris Bassett. What do you have on him?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working. But if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Alex Call, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. And that misses. 2-0. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Bichette makes the grab, 1 away. Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team. And I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Puts it away for the out.
Batting third, first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Just missed. That one finds the zone, and it's 1-1. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. And the first hit of the World Series is a double.
Everything came together for him. Great hands on that swing to take the inside pitch and drive it into the gap for the double. It's easy to spin off a pitch like that, Boog, and you can pull that thing foul, but that was perfect.
So a runner at second, 2 down. Here's the power hitting catcher, Will Smith. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
The crowd here has been fired up even before the first pitch for this series, and they'll go crazy right here if they can take an early first-inning lead.
That misses the zone, and now it's even 1-1.
This would be huge right here if they could get on the board and be the first ones to score in this one with the home field advantage. Get that crowd behind you and just intimidate the opposition a little bit more.
Falling behind 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that's in for a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a splitter.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Game 1 of the
Leading off
World
for the Blue
Series.
Jays,
Here's the
catcher,
Toronto
Alejandro
catcher,
Kirk.
Alejandro Kirk. Snell back to work. Foul ball there. Next offering is foul back. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
High fly ball down the left field line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. And that just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one misses. 3-2 now.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Out to short. Throw on to Freeman. 1 up, 1 down. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. And first offering is fouled off. Snell, he's kind of interesting. You know, when you dig into the tendencies, he does a good job of limiting the hits, but the walks continue to be a problem. 1 down, base is empty. And there's a foul ball. Is it fair to say that a guy that sometimes will struggle with walks, that's the type of guy that is going to be inconsistent because the command isn't there?
Yeah, and you'll see that a lot with guys younger in their careers that, figuring out the command, figuring out the control, and understanding, the difference between control and command. Control, I can throw strikes. Command says I can throw it where I want to in the strike zone.
And next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. Max Scherzer's a good example of that. A guy in Detroit, it took him a while to figure out how to control, how to command, and now he throws it where he wants to pretty much all the time. And another ball.
2 balls, no strike.
Pop foul out of play off to the right.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
And he gets that fastball by him upstairs. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. And that keeps the inning going.
I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Miles Straw stands in here, takes ball 1 low. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in Game 1 of the World Series. And it's fouled away. Step off throw to first. Clement back in on a dive. That one missed.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Next offering in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On the ground to the left. Betts Third out, and that ends the frame. Blue Jays held in check. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the second.
Leading
And now the
off
right
for the
fielder,
Dodgers.
Teoscar Hernandez.
Right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Late swing fouled off. And that's
Ball
off
next
the inside edge. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands
Hernandez.
whatsoever. Such a good feeling. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
And Kike Hernandez at the plate. And that one is in for a strike. Second inning here, no score. Foul ball, still 0-2. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Over to second for 1. Relay to Guerrero, in time, inning-ending double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We head on down to the top of the third. No score. Top half of the third inning, and now for the Jays, Andres Jimenez. The shortstop takes the ball. Pitch misses there, and now 2-0. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
As a hitter, you got to learn something from that pitch. He clearly wasn't timed up on the fastball. In a 2-0 count, you have to be ready to do damage.
Betts. The throw to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Now batting, designated hitter George Springer.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, George Springer. Struck out swinging his first time. Hard hit to third. That takes care of Springer.
Now batting, left fielder Davis Schneider.
So 2 down now, and here is Davis Schneider. Grounded out his first time. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. 2 down, nobody on. Yeah, that's fouled off. Top of the third, no score. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays, and we are still scoreless. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here is Tommy Edman.
Second baseman, Tommy Edman.
That one down the line, and that's just foul. Just missed.
1-1.
Fouled off left side. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Two balls, two strikes.
Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Andy Pajes now at the plate.
Andy Pajes.
And that one in the air center field. Varsho has this one sized up. And out number one on the grab.
Now batting, designated hitter Alex Paul.
And now the DH, Alex Call. Flied out his first time.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Runner on the go. Popped up. And there are two outs. Here's Mookie now.
Now batting,
0 for 1 so
shortstop,
far.
Mookie Betts.
The shortstop takes the ball. Edman leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Out in front and foul to the left side. Swing and a foul out of play. Two outs. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. This ball's chopped on the ground. Sends it to first, and Betts is gone. That's the inning. 1 left for LA. Still no score. New inning getting
Leading
started.
off for
And
the
now
Blue
for the
Jays.
Jays,
First
Vladimir
baseman,
Guerrero
Vladimir
Jr.
Guerrero Jr.
And that drops in for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
That one lifted to left. Hernandez sizing it up. And he makes the catch. And there's one away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front
Now
shoulder coming
second
open
baseman,
instead of staying
Cole
closed.
Bichette.
If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Bichette takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
on, but foul wide of third. Next pitch is downstairs. And that's ball 4. Tried another slurve, but couldn't find his zone.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
So digging in, Alejandro Kirk grounded out his first time. That misses. Ball 1. And a foul ball. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Down.
Swing and a ball popped up. Grabs it on the run. Out number 2.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Dalton Varsho.
Stepping in, Dalton Varsho. First time up was a pop out. And a swing and a miss there.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Breaking ball misses down and away. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
2 outs. That one just misses. This one high in the air to left center. Pajes on the move. Squeezes it. And that is that. 1 left for Toronto. And we're still knotted at 0. Ready to go.
Leading
Bottom 4.
off for the
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman.
That clips the corner. That one fouled off. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that, but just not right there. Strike zone definitely expanded a little bit with 2 strikes.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. Fought off foul. It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking on these pitchers, and they won't be able to keep their arms warm forever if it's a long break, and going to have to exit this game a little early.
All tied up here in Game 1 of the World Series. On the ground, right side. Bichette whips it to first, and they get the out on Smith.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Struck out swinging his first time. Hernandez, 32 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters Got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
That one is absolutely belted. Going back onto the track, and he makes the catch. Through 4, still tied. Zip, zip. Game 1 of the World Series. Down the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Snell back to work. Line drive, and that's base hit out into center field. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Up next for the Blue Jays, right fielder,
only 2 hits
Miles
allowed
Straw.
so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
Go ahead run on base. So up next for Toronto, Miles Straw. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Tag. Out at second.
Well, this is a real momentum killer after the leadoff single. Tried to steal second base on the first pitch. Defense was all over it. Nicely done from behind the plate with the catch and throw. Then a quick tag before he reaches the base.
One down, base is empty. And that misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fouled off down the right side. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. On the ground, right side. Throws to first in time.
Now batting, shortstop, Andres Jimenez.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Grounded out to short in his first trip. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. 2 down, nobody on. Foul ball.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
Out to short. Betts whips it to first. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. Down in order go the Blue Jays. Halfway through this one, still no score. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Max Muncy.
Max Muncy.
The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
Just misses with that one.
No, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
And now it's 3-2, and this is a good example of the type of at-bat that Muncy can deliver. And that one ripped to left, and foul ball. Caught him looking for the K.
I guarantee he's going to check the tape on that last pitch when he gets a chance, because he thought it was ball 4, and he wasn't wrong. I mean, it was a close pitch. Definitely not an easy call, but especially after a long at-bat, that'll drive you crazy getting rung up like that.
Here's Kike Hernandez. He hit into a double play his first time up. Tap foul at the plate. And that's downstairs and outside.
1 ball, 2 strikes, Mateo.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
That one ripped. And no one can get there. And they have their first hit since the 2nd inning.
Now batting, the center fielder.
And up next for Los Angeles, Andy Pages. Fly to center his first time. There's your strike.
0-1. Ball 1. 1-1.
Bassett with a look to
He's
first.
safe.
Edman off of first with 2 away. Next offering is down low. Next offering is fouled back. Two outs. In the air to left center. Varsho moving under it. And makes the grab. That is the inning. So the Dodgers leave one. 6th inning coming up. Still nothing on the scoreboard. All set for the
Leading
start of
off
the
for
inning.
Toronto,
Stepping in
the
the long
designated
ball
hitter,
threat, George Springer. Little chopper rolls foul.
Well, these Blue Jays doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They haven't produced a run yet, but the pitch count for the starter is starting to climb, so they're hoping that starts to pay off soon.
And that one hammered way back there. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. In safely with a leadoff double. Go-ahead runs in scoring position.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it. Now let's see if they can put up the first run of the game.
Davis Schneider next up for the Blue Jays. 0 for 2 in this one. That's in for a strike on the outside corner. 0-1.
And I think they're in a good spot thanks to their pitching, but no one would be shocked if this offense strings something together to take the lead.
Man at second.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Go-ahead run at second here in Game 1 of the World Series. Line to left, and it stays fair. Around third. He'll score, and the Blue Jays take the lead.
That's a good job right there.
Now
You got 2
batting,
strikes on
first
you, just got to
baseman,
battle.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
And the Dodgers will go to the bullpen. Blake Snell gives way, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching.
So
for
they
the
turn
Dodgers.
things over to the righty, Tyler
Number
Glasnow.
31.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team. And there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. That missed by a lot. 1-0. One on, nobody out, a run in, and we're in the top half of the sixth. And another ball. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Number 86 looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. No outs. Runner on second. That's inside. Swing and a ground ball out to short. And Guerrero is set down.
Now batting, second baseman, Bo Bichette.
Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. He is struck out, and he is walked. And the slider just misses. Right through there for a strike.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Going to count 1 and 2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Swing and a base hit. Runner holds at third, respecting the big arm at center field.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
2 on, 1 out. And next for Toronto, Alejandro Kirk. Bichette goes. Swing and a miss. Throw, save.
They are being real aggressive to put some runs on the board, get 2 runners now into scoring position. Excellent job of stealing second base and staying out of a potential double play. Now that can kind of backfire and kill your rally, but it worked out nicely. Now a chance to do some damage.
Second and third here, 1 away. And that one fouled off. Two on, 1 out. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Glasnow ready and deals. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3. And now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho.
Dalton Varsho.
Bit of strategy here. They issue the intentional walk, and that'll set up a force play at any base.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter, but I totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous at the plate right now, and there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get an out.
Clement, the next to hit, takes low for a ball. Schneider at third. Bichette on second. Varsho at first. 2 out of the inning. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Just off the outside part of the plate.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
And a swing and a miss. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. The Jays push across a run on this double. It's now 1-0. This is the World Series on the show. Back here in L.A., John Shelby with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the sixth, Alex Call. And that drops in for a strike.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
That one the other way, and that's a fair ball.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
No outs. Runner at first. Mookie Betts steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Outside low. Ball one.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
With the tying run on at first here in the bottom of the sixth. The shortstop takes the ball. Battling here as he fouls it away. Betts takes low.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Hit on the ground might be 2. To Jimenez. How about that double play?
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
And here's Freddie Freeman, 1 for 2. And a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Ground ball up the middle. Bichette to first, and that is the inning. Dodgers go down quietly, still behind by a count of 1-0. Shohei Ohtani takes over on the mound.
Now pitching for the Dodgers, number 17.
Miles Straw digs in now.
Shohei Ohtani.
Singing, you gotta appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Just missed. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart. There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter, mowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous two-strike pitch.
Jimenez now at the plate as he swings through strike one.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
And strike two. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Corrals it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, designated hitter, George Springer.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. 1 for 3. First pitch misses. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the late stages of game 1. Edge of the zone for a strike, and it's 1-1.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
Next offering is downstairs. Swing and a miss at 99 miles an hour.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Back here at Dodger Stadium, and now Will Smith.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tying run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with one swing here.
Ball 1 there. Activity in the bullpen. Sir Anthony Dominguez getting ready to go. Number 68 also throwing. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
Oh, man, that stays fair. We got a new ball game. Great swing. Just couldn't keep it between the lines. He's got to try to bottle that. Do it again.
Sizzling on its way to the outfield. And the tying run is on base.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
No outs. Runner at first. Teoscar Hernandez getting ready to hit. And he takes a strike.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Trying to hold a one-run lead here at the bottom of the seventh. And fouled off. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. That misses. 1-2 to count.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
The next offering misses. 2-2.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Runner at first with no outs here.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
The flip, there's one, and that's two.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Here's Max Muncy. And that one fouled off. Looking to get the tying run on base. Foul ball there. On the ground, and it goes just foul. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. They trail here 1-0. Back here at Chavez Ravine at the top of the eighth. And now for the Jays, Davis Schneider. Ohtani back to work. Swinging a foul straight back. In the air out towards right center. Pajes sizes this one up. Hauls it in for the out.
Up next for the Blue Jays, first baseman.
So up next, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. Not even close there. And that's ball one.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value?
Absolutely. If he's doing damage now, if he's rolling over and grounding out, then it's a different story. But yeah, if he can put the ball in the gaps or over the fence, 100%.
And Guerrero is set down. Bo Bichette up to the dish. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. A way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count. Man, this has been a real important inning in relief. I mean, so far, they've been doing a great job holding that deficit at 1.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. That K is his third of the game. Blue Jays go down in order. They lead it 1-0. Pitching change here, Sir Anthony Dominguez.
Now pitching for Toronto, number 48, Sir Anthony Dominguez.
So now a pinch hitter, Hessun Kim.
They're running out of time in this game, trying to get something started here.
Strike one.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Fires over to Guerrero. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the eighth.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Fly ball down the line. Bichette makes the grab on the run.
No, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me on. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
And next for L.A., Andy Pajas, known for his late inning heroics. Fouled off. He was late. Two outs. And there's a foul ball.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the eighth. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
To the right side. And that chance handle. Whips it to first on the run. Pretty nice play there. Dodgers down in order. They still trail 1-0. We're back. It's the top of the ninth. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Will Klein.
Now pitching for the Dodgers, number 61, Will Klein. This
Justin Dean into the game now on defense, but in a strange way. This is not a position he's used to playing as far as we know.
Justin Dean.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Alejandro Kirk. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And that misses. And that's ball one. Action in the pen down there. Number 70 looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Henriquez getting cranked up as well. Next offering upstairs. And there's a ball. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. That one catches the corner for a strike.
Okay.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Goes down looking.
Well, I can't argue with that one, and clearly he was looking for something else. Anything but the breaking ball. It's a great pitch to hit right there if you're looking for it, and kind of a gift at a two-strike count. But sometimes you just get fooled, and you got to tip your cap.
Varsho batting with one down, takes a strike. That one way inside. Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Missed inside with the curve.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They've got him working hard out there.
Swings and misses. He swung over top of the curveball.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Clement in the box with two gone, and takes a look at a called strike.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the ninth, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two. Hit in the air, right field. Hernandez makes the catch, inning over. And here's the closer to try and finish off game one. Jeff Hoffman.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Alex Cole now at the plate.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
Swing and a foul out of play. And that is out of play. One-run game, bottom nine. Out towards right center field. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. One up, one down.
Now batting, shortstop, Mookie.
Here's Mookie now. 0 for 3 in this one. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. A one-run lead here in game one of the World Series. Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And they're down to their last out.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
So they're down to their final out. Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. That's in there. Strike one. trying to close out a one-run lead here in the late stages of game one. They're down to their final strike.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Hit to right, and that ought to do it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Blue Jays use 3 pitchers to combine for the shutout.